Hello and welcome to the Through the Decades July 2026 Premodern Monthly, coming to you from Through the Decades in Louisville, Kentucky. For this month, we unfortunately had a scheduling hiccup and were unable to stream, so instead we're kicking it back to our roots and doing post-event commentary for a 20-player event. With that said, today we'll be featuring the round 1 matchup between Dusty on the left with Contamination Control and Brad on the right with Herman's Hermits. And we'll get to that matchup right now. All right, and it looks like we got a fist bump here between Dusty and Brad. A little bit of sportsmanship between the two. Now we've got Dusty on the left on Contamination Control, and Brad on the right on Herman's Hermits, which is an interesting name for a list, to say the least.
Hey, you gotta love pre-modern. Some of these crazy names for really just a crazy deck. Looking at it here, it's
Yeah, it
looking
is.
like
It is. It's certainly something. Awesome
yeah,
to talk about since you've played both of these decks that
yeah.
we've
So
combined.
yeah, it's like so you're saying both of these decks because this is basically two decks jammed together. This looks like a normal elves list with all the Finhorn elves, Ultani's acolytes, Priest of Titania, and the Survival of the Fittest package that you come to know and love from an elves deck. But I don't know if you could see it in Brad's hand, but we also saw a Hermit Druid
Yeah, we
in
did.
here. That Hermit Druid is going to put all of his cards into his graveyard because he doesn't have any basic lands, and he has a Sutured Ghoul with a Dragon's Breath and two Exhume. So if he's able to get that combo off, it's just going to be a one-shot KO coming from the Elves deck. So this is going to
Yeah,
be real interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a different take on that. Now, Dusty on the left, as he mulls down to 6 here, he's on what looks like a pretty standard contamination control list. Nether spirits, good mono black stuff. He does have a sickening dreams, which could be disgusting against our Elvis player here, which it looks like I see in his hand, but no black sources. So this
Yeah,
is probably not going to be a keeper here. Uh,
yeah,
okay, well,
that's
no, he's going to keep it. All right. Well,
okay. This is one of those things that this contamination control deck can run into. Looking here. He has 24 lands, but he has 11 non-black lands. That's a lot.
yeah, yeah. Now, Brad, on the other hand, looks like he's got a pretty solid start here. I see Llanowar Elf in hand, uh, and there we go. Llanowar Elf's going to let him drop out a turn 2 Hermit Druid, and although that Sickening Dreams could put in some work here if we get anything.
Hmm. Yeah, but it just doesn't look like he's going to hit any swamps. Oh, nope.
Right? Yeah, I think Brad thought his land was not long for this world, but instead, Dash just booting up and swinging for 2. All right, so City of Brass here for
Mhm.
Brad. I mean,
So I
honestly,
see.
there.
Yeah, it's like I see a Cabal Therapy in Brad's hand. I almost want. It's like he may not cast it here. It's like he just doesn't really know what dust he's on. When you see Wasteland, Mistress Factory, what do you think? I'm almost thinking something like Mud, which
Mud
is just
Mud
having
would
a
be my
really
first
slow
pick.
start. Yeah,
Yeah. All right,
yeah.
another factory hiding in the glare there.
So it's like I'm assuming that Brad's going to be able to win this upcoming turn, but it's like I don't think he's going to be able to sideboard really well, just because he really has no clue what he's playing against here.
Yeah. All right, so now we've got the wasteland on the Llanowar Wastes. Gonna bash him. Now Brad is at 14. Now, unfortunately, for Dusty, it's not looking so great for the home team here
Agreed.
because Brad can just play a land here and then just wait. Just wait a turn.
Yeah,
And if nothing happens in a turn, just activate that Hermit, cast that Crocem Reclamation that he's got in his deck, and put back, oh, probably just an Exhume
yeah, like probably
or a
just
pair of
both
Exhumes.
exhumes. Yeah. Yep. No, it's like he's just gonna wait. Okay, so it looks like Dusty did draw a swamp. Okay, but I just
Now that
don't.
we've got that swamp, we can at least cast that Sickening Dreams to kill some of these creatures, but I think we're just a little late for that.
Yeah, I bet that's what we see here. No, he's
Okay,
gonna go with the zombie infestation.
Zombie Infestation here. But that's going to let him make 2 blockers. Now, if I remember correctly, because Brad and I had talked about this list a little bit beforehand, um, that there's certainly enough power in the deck to
Yeah.
trample over here.
Okay. And it looks like he's just going to flip his deck over and he's going to more or less explain to Dusty what's going on here.
Yeah. Now this is not the very convoluted Hermit deck with the Volrash shapeshifters. None of that. It is just exhume in a big dumb sutured ghoul, exile a bunch of creatures. A dragon's breath goes on it, and you bash him in the face for somewhere in the 30s.
Yeah. And looking at the list real quick, he has 32 creatures.
Hmm.
Most of them are one power, but we do have a Masticore. We have a Nantuko Vigilante, and that
4
looks like
acolyte,
all that we have. Yeah,
4
and four
Multani's
acolytes.
acolytes. So that's
Yep,
what,
and the four.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 extra power.
Yeah,
So you can
plus
get up
32.
to 41. Now we've got Llanowar Elves, 39.
Yeah, more
Yeah,
than enough
yeah,
for what we're needing here.
yeah. So yeah, we got that reclamation on double exhume, shuffle, facsimile of shuffle,
Yeah.
and then just
Yep.
draw,
And
do that, do the thing, bing bang boom, Bob's your uncle.
yep, pretty straightforward from here.
Brad just checking to see if we want to put any creatures in the graveyard. Nether Spirit is not going to do very much against a very large sutured ghoul.
No, it's not. Okay. Listening to Brad here, he said it's going to be about 35 is what he's
Yeah.
thinking. So that sounds right about in the right range.
Yeah.
So
Now, importantly here, as we look at the deck list, you do see he does not have any basic lands because that is one of the caveats of playing the Hermit Druid is you need to be playing no basic lands because Hermit Druid in the fair way is you're supposed to tap to just mill until you get a basic land, but decks like this obviously just they don't care. Like we don't need basic lands in this format.
I'm pretty sure a Hermit Druid has never hit a basic land in its entire career. And if it has, it had real questions on what it was doing in that deck.
I'm sure there was a limited format.
That's fair. We just really need to hit our land drops.
Yeah. Now, with this said, though, okay, so as we are going to game two, let's take a quick peek at our sideboards here. Now, let's start off with Dusty on the left. Now, this is where it's going to get a little rough here. Dusty's got, let's see, 2 Cursed Totem, 3 Dystopia, 3 Engineered Plague. He's also got Diabolic Edict, 3
Hmm.
Gloom, 2 Phyrexian Furnace, and a Snuff Out. Now, even those Furnace seem good. The Snuff Out is
Yeah.
eh. I'll tell you, the Edict probably doesn't come in, and the Glooms definitely don't. But that's a lot of
Yeah.
hateful cards. So
Yeah.
this is where it kind of gets worse for Brad on that front.
Yeah. And this is kind of the nice thing about this deck. Brad didn't really show a whole lot of the elf stuff. He did see the Hermit Druid and he saw Manowar Elf, but that really could just be any deck playing Manowar Elf just for the mana ram. So he may
So
or may not bring in the Engineer Plague from what he saw.
so I'll
But
gently say
we'll
he did
see.
flip his entire deck, so he probably saw
Oh, he
all of
did.
it.
That's
So
right.
yeah,
That's right. Yes, that's
yeah,
right. That's fair. Okay, so
yeah,
yeah, the Engineer Plague is definitely coming in.
yeah. There's
The
no
Cursed
surprises
Totem,
here.
no, there isn't. The Cursed Totem obviously is just an absolute all-star against elves. It's also really good against the Hermit Druid. So really, both sides of the combo, the Cursed Totem is going to be
Yeah,
an
that's
absolute
that's a beating.
necessity. Yep.
The cards that come out probably pretty easy to cut things like Innocent Blood, Diabolic Edict, uh, maybe some number of Contamination, just because the edict effects and such are just so bad against elf decks. Because
I know.
yeah, you want to kill that Hermit Druid, but there's a Llanowar elf in play, so that goober is doing nothing. Yeah, we can even see Dusty kind of taking out the Contamination there.
Hmm. Yep,
Um,
looks like all four are in the
yeah.
board at this
All
point.
right. And now looking over at what Brad's got, though, let's see here. Brad's got in his board Cabal Therapy, 3 of those, 1 Collar of the Claw. You can imagine that's going to be coming in probably.
I would think so.
Uh, an Antuco Vigilante seems pretty good, especially if you got to worry about things like Engineered Plague, which I'm sure he's got that on his mind. Sylvan Safekeeper could be considered if he's thinking about spot removal.
Yes.
Um, but otherwise, I don't think there's a lot coming in for Brad.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
It looks
yeah.
like I
So
think I saw the Cabal therapy getting put in. Just trying to see
yeah, I
if
think I
or
saw
what.
one left. I saw one left in the board.
Yeah,
I also saw the Masticore go out. I didn't catch that. I was a little busy looking at the deck list itself instead of looking at the stream itself.
yeah. I just don't think there's going to be a whole lot Brad saw in that game one to really make any strong decisions either way.
Now we did get to see Swamp and Zombie Infestation, which definitely
Yeah,
turns him away from thinking it would be something like Mud at least. So he does have at least
yeah,
that
definitely.
going for him. Could be a consideration, maybe Dusty kind of figuring, if he's not going to go for the Sickening Dreams, destroy everything plan, maybe just not playing the Swamp and just sort of leaving it up in the air. What's going on, game one?
Agreed. It's just seeing zombie infestation, uh, swamp, wasteland, mistress factory. There isn't a whole lot of decks that Brad could be putting him on here outside of something like a contamination style deck.
Yeah,
So,
but of course we do have the power of hindsight and
oh,
being able to sort of talk this out ourselves. So we're not in the seat right now.
no, definitely not. No, it's definitely a lot harder under the bright lights.
Yes, it is. And my God, those fluorescent lights through the decades.
Yeah, though they're
Oof.
very bright, as you can see from the glare that we have here. But yeah,
Yes. So now going into game two, who do we think's favored?
I really do think Dusty has a lot more pieces to fight off what Brad is doing here. So I did think that Brad was probably going to be favorite game one. He also has a little bit of the element of surprise as
Yes.
well. But again, Cursed Totem, Engineered Plague, Dystopia, more Phyrexian Furnaces. He's just bringing in a lot for this matchup. And I would not be surprised to see if multiple block pieces hit the table and Brad's just not able to do anything.
Yeah, he does have a lot of haymakers. Those plagues and those dystopias are just gonna put in work, I have a feeling.
Yeah, agreed.
And even Phyrexian Furnace, as innocuous as it seems, sort of just shuts down the plan of just reanimating a big dumb fat sutured ghoul.
Really awkward to cast an Exhume into a open mana and a Phyrexian Furnace. Just you want to pick that Suture Ghoul? And it's like I will take that away before you get that option.
I mean, it does not target at least.
It doesn't. He gets something else, but if you're casting or if you're trying to pull back out a Suture Ghoul, you probably don't have too many cards left in your library.
Yeah, exactly. At that point, you just can't activate
Exactly.
a Hermit Druid with a
No,
Phyrexian Furnace on the table.
you can't.
Now, as we go to game two, of course, let's hope that Dusty does have something a little bit more black mana available to him. Okay, we see some swamps here at least, or at least
Yep.
one.
One. It does go with that zombie infestation and the Nether Spirit. Um, the Powder Keg also isn't too bad here. I can see that he has 3 in his main door. So he's able to sweep up a lot of one drops pretty early if he wants to go down that route.
Yeah. Let's see. Brad over here. City Brass into, okay, Lana Morales.
That's always the start that he wants here. Okay. So the dystopias, as we expected, came in, but we might be a little bit off casting that. We still need another swamp.
Let's see here. Right, Zombie Infestation coming down. Now that does give him the option to maybe pitch one of the lands in his hand and that Nether Spirit to really kind of start putting the beats on.
Yeah. Mm. Okay, so that's going to be the Nantuko Vigilante. That's going to get rid of that zombie infestation. So
Yeah. All right, Nether
might as well
Spirit
get him
going
while the getting's good.
to the graveyard. There we go, and we're getting a zombie token as well as soon as Brad gets that out from our tokens box.
And he's also got his morph token out as well. So perfect.
And is that a white bordered Scathe Zombies?
I believe so. Yeah.
You know what? I do have to say, I am a fan. I use foreign black bordered uh, myself, but otherwise, I do like using the alpha beta token or creatures
Yeah.
for
They
those
all
for
just look
sure.
so good.
They look
Okay.
good.
We aren't able to see it here, but that's the powder keg that Dusty had in his hand. Okay, so he's just gonna pop this now.
Yeah,
Just
I
get
think
rid of.
that's.
Oh, okay. I think he's talking. Okay, yeah. So he is gonna
Yeah,
pop it, and I like that play.
I
Yes,
think
you
it's not a
do
bad
lose a
call at all.
zombie. I don't mind attacking first with the zombie, but keeping your zombie infestation is good here.
Yeah, yeah, it's highly unlikely.
Oh, that
It's
just came
highly
in.
unlikely that he would have blocked. Yeah, yeah. You can see Brad sort of pointing, hey, no, you can't do
Yeah.
that. Now, I see here Brad did bring in the Withered Wretch, which makes sense with the Nether Spirit combo going on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, and the
Oh,
city brass is down. So right now, reflecting pool does not tap for any mana.
that is
I
correct.
do know there's a cradle in hand, but
Uh-oh.
we'll see if that really messes with Brad only being able to make green mana. I think I see the play of he could play this Finn Hornell's play Acolyte. Yeah. Draw a card here, and he has a deranged hermit hanging out in the back of that hand. So next turn he's going to be able to deploy that deranged hermit.
Yeah, that's a lot of mana he's going to be able to generate pretty quickly.
Yeah. It looks like a timely cabal therapy for Dusty.
And that therapy might be able to put in some work here, especially, let's see, what are we thinking he's going to name?
I wouldn't I would almost want to say deranged hermit, or hermit druid, but I feel like he would have played that outside of the Multana's Acolyte if he had it in hand. So
I heard him say naturalize.
naturalize, okay.
Yeah. And now, if you're Dusty here,
You
I
have
think
to get rid of that
I
deranged
think you
hermit.
sacrifice that.
Yeah, yeah. Attack.
Ooh.
The attack first is interesting because he could have just blocked with the acolytes,
Yeah, I think the Acolyte
and
would have
then
been a
you
pretty safe
lose.
block there.
Yeah, then you lose that, or at least you're gonna have to strip mine yourself to get rid of that deranged hermit.
Yeah, or discard 2 cards. He
Yeah,
has
that's
lots of ways to get a creature into play, but it would cost some more resources.
yeah, just unnecessary resource use. All right, so Dusty's reading it. Yeah, I guess really both sides not great for him, but as of now, Brad can't cast that Withered Wretch, so
Yeah.
I like just taking that.
Yeah,
The most
I think
powerful
that's the
card
right
in hand.
call.
Yeah.
Pay to keep the creature. Draw land here. I mean, you know what? If
No.
you're going to draw something,
Yeah, if not a land, survival's not bad.
so you probably discard this squee, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a pretty safe bet to go get a symbiote here. And yeah, Brad
Yep.
Brad agrees.
Brad is right on top of it. Yep.
And now what we could probably do here is cast this symbiote and then attack with the vigilante.
Yeah. I
Because
agree.
if he discards to block, you can just bounce.
Yeah, you just
Yep,
pick it up.
yep. Brad agrees.
Dusty's just gonna take 2.
Oof, that's a lot of mana on Brad's side. I think
It is.
if we're Dusty here, I think you gotta. Okay, Powder Keg at least gives him the chance to blow up a bunch of 1-drops.
Yeah, he can do that next turn. He's gonna pick that up. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can't go grab deranged hermit just yet. He also forgot to grab that squee, but
if we brought in the second vigilante, or if Brad brought in the second vigilante, you could at least tutor that up and get rid of his powder keg.
Yes.
Did he
Looks like
just
he may
draw
have.
the vigilante?
That's what I was gonna say. It's like he may have just drawn it, or he drew Suture Ghoul.
I mean, of all the cards to draw, that's not one you want.
That is one of them.
Yes, and that is one of the few downs, or one of the downsides of playing a deck where you want to have multiple combos in, is sometimes you draw the B of a second combo or the C or the D even.
Yeah, it's like as we see the Dragon Breath is in hand, and we're if Brad
It's
wants to combo that way, he's gonna have to get that Dragon Breath in the yard with a Cabal Therapy at some point. But
it's not going anywhere for a minute.
no, most likely not.
His options are either Cabal Therapy himself or, and hear me out, put it on an elf, then return the elf to his hand with the
Oh
Wirewood
man,
for
Woo!
state-based effects to put the Dragon's Breath into the graveyard.
That is spicy. I didn't even think about that. That
There you
is
go. That,
that's galaxy brain stuff right there.
look, if you need some convoluted nonsense to get the stuff to happen, I'm your boy.
Okay, so
Okay?
instead of all the complicated lines and all this crap, Brad's just like, I just like drawing cards. I'm just going to keep drawing cards. Is
Yeah,
that cool?
yeah. Brad's
And
like, I
you
could
know,
just kill
Brad,
someone, like
I
cast
like that
creatures
for
and
you
kill
too.
people.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, now with that Llanowar waste, we could just recast the Multani's Acolyte.
Mm-hmm. And he's gonna hang back for now. So I believe these one drops are not going to be long for this world very long here.
Yeah.
Okay. And Dusty's not even going to waste time. He's just going to blow it now.
We're gonna return. Just get some extra value. Makes sense.
Yep. Okay. Looks like he drew the furnace as well, and the suture ghoul is already in the yard, so
Now
we're just going to be able
that
to lock that entire plan out.
now that furnace is probably gonna get rid of that squee.
That too, yeah. Ooh, that's right, and that's the one that Brad forgot to pick up, so that's really gonna slow
Now,
his engines down.
now to be completely honest, even if he wouldn't have forgotten to pick it up, he would have discarded that instead of the sutured ghoul. So
Yeah,
it would have been in
definitely,
the graveyard either way. So
for sure.
so the only difference would be there'd be a sutured ghoul in hand versus one in the graveyard. To be
Yeah,
blunt.
yeah, that's fair. Let's see if Dusty will get rid of it now, or is he gonna wait?
Meanwhile, I think I hear my co-commentator saying that his brain hurts in the background.
Well, that's a lot. That's a lot of the time. So I would not put that past me.
Okay, so Brad is very, yeah, yeah. Brad is almost spelling out like, "Hey, you probably want to get rid of this."
Mhm. Yeah. So, so that's just kind of some of the good Samaritan stuff
Yeah,
here. It's like we're doing this more for fun, more than any big accolades or anything. So just
good,
kind of helping each other out a little bit here.
good vibes here for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Now we're
So
casting
now
a
that
wretch
with the
here.
register slow down Dusty's side with anything like Nether Spirit or Zombie Infestation,
Yeah, yeah. The spirit
any
will no
type of
longer just be
recursive.
coming back over and
Yeah.
over again, which is perfectly fine. Alright, so second cradle and Multani's Acolyte. Okay, I was about to say, yeah, like,
It's like I was gonna
uh,
say, it's like he's pretty sure he had to tap that for mana, but
yeah.
cool. Looks like I just see the Corrosive Reclamation and
Thin
Manowar
horn
elves
elves.
or Thin Horn elves. Yeah, excuse me.
They're all the same creature. All right, you could have said
They
Elvish
are.
Mystic, and half
And
our
I'm
audience
not.
wouldn't
I
know
am
what it
not saying.
was, but it's all the same.
I am not going to say that in our pre-modern channel. I'm not bringing up the modern Elvis Mystic. That's a dirty word around here.
Yes, it is. All right, so I think it's another Mishra's Factory. So now Dusty's got a dystopia in hand, right?
Yeah. So, and he just
Okay.
had that second swamp. So, I would not be surprised at all to see that dystopia hit the table because now that the Multani's acolyte is gone, it's going to hit. It's
Oh
going to get
no.
that survival of the fittest and really
Oh no.
yeah, Brad's game plan. He did give up his nether spirit to block the acolyte, but I think he would take this trade every time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that is unfortunate, but so that's a Hermit Druid drawn there, and I don't think that does anything for us at the moment. So we've got what? It's Elf, Reclamation, Hermit Druid, Multani's Acolyte, and Dragon's Breath. And then in Dusty's hand, I believe I saw another Factory and something else I cannot remember off the top of my
It
head.
was it was another black card. I don't remember what it was either.
Gonna eat that Nether Spirit. Perfect call
Yeah,
there.
looks like a
All right, so
skeletal scrying
okay,
was the other
yes.
card.
All right, so we get yeah,
Yep,
Withered Wretch and Hermit Druid. Now, amusingly enough, that elf does protect that Hermit Druid
it does. Yes.
pretty well.
So I also wonder can Brad activate Hermit Druid in the upkeep and then just sack it? He may be able to do that because he has a Suture Ghoul. I assume he may be checking Cabal Therapy as well. I was going to say that it's like if he still has a Cabal Therapy, he could sacrifice one of those two creatures to target himself, hit that Dragon's Breath, and you still have the Reclamation in hand to put two exhumes into onto the library. So I do wonder if Brad does have it here.
Yeah, you could, I guess, in theory, upkeep, trigger on the stack, tap Cradle, activate Hermit Druid, plop,
Yeah.
cast the Corrosive Reclamation on double Exhume,
Hmm.
and then draw and
Yeah, I think he
yeah,
just has
yeah,
exactly enough mana right here.
he could. It is depending on how many Cabal therapies he has.
Exactly. It's like and this is all predicated on him still having a Cabal Therapy in his deck, which he
Yeah,
did go check his sideboard, so he may or may not have it. I'm not sure.
yeah,
So let's see if Brad sees it or if he is able to do it here. Okay. He's asking how many cards in hand, so maybe he's starting to try to think what Dusty may or may not have here. Stop.
yeah. Let's see here.
It's like I don't think something like a snuff out would do it here. That's not gonna. I guess he also is still thinking on the dystopia because he does have a dystopia trigger right now.
Yes.
Yeah, Brad's pretty deep in the tank,
Yeah.
going through these lines right now.
Yeah, because that's, let's see. Yeah, I think. And it's entirely possible he doesn't have the Cabal therapies in, and we're just kind of going
Exactly.
over
That's
that in. Yeah,
okay. So he is just gonna let the elf go.
not quite
We're gonna
able to see what he drew there. Oh, I mean, it's a
survive
survival.
this. Okay.
That plays.
So what do you go get here? And is it better than a Multani's acolytes?
I mean, how many? I don't think a vigilante's going to get us here, just
Agreed.
because we are, or Brad is painfully low on mana.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, just because this dystopia is just putting in so much work.
it is. Okay, so he's doing it this way so he has a green floating
Yep.
and doesn't have to take the damage for it. So that's a good play. Yep. Okay, so he's gonna pitch that acolyte. We'll see if maybe he did or did not have a cabal therapy as he's flipping through. It looks like he's stopping on. Yeah, I think he stopped on priest for a second, but
There's a vigilante.
looks like some of those tranquil domains that he also had in his sideboard came in as well.
Okay,
So
I
tranquil
did
domain
not.
would not be a bad draw right now.
No, not at all. By the way, I did not see a single cabal therapy. So I think that line. Yeah, no, no. Okay, so
They're
no
on
therapies.
time.
Okay, so that would be
Yeah.
why Brad did not go for that play. So Brad
Yep.
may be kicking himself a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, so he did bring in Plague Bearer, which won't be able to kill this zombie because it does say destroy target non-black creature, but he does have two factories sitting on the table, and those are prime Plague Bearer eating food. So
Also, and this might sound so silly as I say it, but it it doesn't die to dystopia. It,
it
it is a
doesn't.
creature that sticks on the table, so therefore he
That's
gets to
it.
have extra mana. So it's a
Agreed.
way to build up mana with his Gaia's Cradle. So I don't hate this pickup.
No.
Like it's not. Look, sometimes you have to have plays that play. Like they're not
Yep.
great, but it's better
Oof.
than nothing.
Yeah, but Port's
Or,
going to be big game to
oh
stop that cradle. So that mana generation you're talking about, just right out the window.
yeah, yeah, that's disappointing. Although at least we can survival here.
Yeah, interesting. So he's going to fire up both factories, and he's just going to go on the aggro plane. I mean, he's not giving Brad much time. That's 8 damage.
Yeah. So let's see there. 8 damage. That's coming across. We're
Wicked
gonna
Wretch can
lose.
trade with one of the zombies, which just doesn't really feel like a great trade, but it may just be something that he has to do here.
No.
Because you have to be able to pass this Plague Bear next turn and have the mana to be able to activate it to stop the Mishra's factories from coming over.
We could also, on the other hand, we could just take a no. That puts him at 5.
Yeah, I feel like you almost have to take 6 here, trade off the zombies, and then you're at least stopping the other two factories with the plague bearer. But then you're going to be sitting at 7, and you still have a 2/2 that you have to deal with at some point. Plus any more zombies that Dusty hits, just because he's drawing a card a turn. And if
You
he
could
finds something
also.
like a Nether Spirits, it's just going to be worse. It's tough.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. All right.
interesting.
So
Okay, so
so
he's going to activate here.
so Brad's activate. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. You could activate, and because he's got the reclamation in hand.
Yes. So, so those both are gone. One of the zombies is gone.
Yeah.
So now he's
No,
gonna.
he blocked a factory.
He blocked the factory. Okay. Yep. So yeah, the exhumes. Oh, I missed that. He has a Carplusion Forest in the list too. I guess yeah, Carplusion Forest and City of Brass. So this way he could get the red mana to be able to cast the Dragon Breath. That's interesting. Okay.
He's going for Exhume and Gemstone.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I didn't think about this line. Just being able to draw 2 cards, you can draw something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's interesting that he's playing out a gemstone here. I feel like you may have wanted to keep that in hand if Dusty draws a wasteland here. He could just wasteland that gemstone mine, and that would just ruin this game plan. But no, he just drew a zombie infestation. So actually, what what we could do here? Actually, I don't know. Brad actually doesn't have enough mana because he's going to draw Exhume, so he's going to be able to Exhume off of 2 lands here, and then his Cradle right now doesn't work, so he can make 1 green after getting a Suture Ghoul out. But if he taps down one of the lands, then he can't cast both Exhume and Dragon Breath here.
Yeah.
So
So
actually, I think he has this covered.
yeah, I think he does.
Yep.
So we draw here.
So
Cast
he's gonna
Exhume,
do this.
and yeah,
Okay,
Cradle
so
in
he's gonna tap
response getting
Cradle in
tapped.
response now. Yep, and it looks like Brad just now noticed that as well, that he's actually
Yeah.
doesn't have the mana. Yep, and he's gonna scoop it up.
Yeah. All right. So as we go to
That's
game three
that's a
here.
lot of moving parts.
Yeah. Yeah, that is. I think I can see Brad maybe at least bringing in one
Yeah,
more guy's Cradle. Or not guy's Cradle, I'm sorry, Cabal Therapy.
and it
Because
looks like he's also
one,
bringing in monkeys, or at least okay, he's at least thinking about it. Yeah, I think you're gonna have to bring back in at least one of those therapies to avoid that awkward situation again.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
it
I can
looks like
also
he's
see,
also bringing in a Tranquil Domain as well.
yeah, I can definitely see wanting to bring those in after that nightmare.
Yeah.
Because that was a
Oh, so Dusty
painful
actually did not
dystopia.
bring in the curse totems the first time around. He still has them sitting in the sideboard as well. Looks like he's keeping them on the sidelines. So, so it looks like both players are going to be switching it up for game 3 a little bit.
Yeah. And I can't, and I'm not really surprised with Brad just because he didn't get to see a lot of Dusty's deck game one.
Yeah, definitely.
And actually, it's funny. We talk about the Cabal Therapy and being like, we should bring one of those in. Nah, Brad's just cutting the Sutured Ghoul package, which I think is
Oh,
perfectly
interesting.
reasonable. I
Yeah.
think it's very reasonable here, just because what are you going to do? Like
Mm-hmm.
he saw a number for Phyrexian Furnace already, and that card just bricks the
Yeah.
entire game plan. So I think that's a fair sideboard decision.
Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely. Just
Now, unfortunately, that does make those Hermit Druids absolutely useless, except for Dystopia fodder and Survival of the Fittest fodder. But when in Rome,
that's exactly what I was going to say. They're really good dystopia food
yeah, they are.
at this point. I
Yeah,
do wonder how much time these two have at this point. We had a pretty quick game 1, but that game 2 was a very much a slog.
yeah,
And I could see this game 3 playing out a whole lot like that too, especially if Brad is cutting the combo part of his deck and he's just trying to be a grindy elves type deck. It's like I could see this taking a little bit of time. So hopefully these two will be able to finish and not start off our tournament with a round 1 draw. That's
yeah.
never fun.
No, not at all. Now, elves can do some very explosive things now, but unfortunately doesn't have anything like Kamal, Fist of Croja, or what is the Tribal Force Mage? Is that the morph
Yeah, the
creature
tribal
that,
force mage. Yep.
that does very stupid things very quickly?
Mm. But we do have 3 deranged hermits, so at least we can put out an army of squirrels.
Yes.
Squirrels usually do a pretty good job of cleaning up a game.
Sometimes you can just make people dead with squirrels.
Oh yeah. I know I've had my fair share of getting run over by a bunch of squirrels.
Yeah, yeah, that card is, ugh. Especially the disgusting commander-like player's worth of mana you can make with a deranged hermit and a guy's cradle.
Oh, I know.
It's no Sarah Sanctum.
No, no Sarah Sanctum, where it's like, oh yeah, I have 3 land drops. All 3 of them are going to be Sarah Sanctums to tap for 10 plus mana. Just excuse me.
Speaking of, I was actually watching on YouTube earlier today. I was watching Mark Rosewater head talk. Basically, where he was talking about the creation of the lands from Urza Saga,
Oh,
and
interesting.
one of the things he was talking about was the fact that Gaia's Cradle, Tolarian Academy, and Sarah Sanctum actually were originally supposed to tap for colorless mana. And I think he had made the decision, if I remember correctly, to make them tap for colors instead of colorless,
That's way
which
more fun.
yeah, just slightly broken.
And he obviously thought that Shivan Gorge was going to be the best of that cycle
Oh
because
yeah,
who didn't?
yes. Didn't the Urza Saga book say that that was the most broken land of the
Oh no,
five?
it was well. It said it was going to be in every single red deck as a 4 of. While Tolarian Academy was mentioned to be really good with cards like Black Lotus and the Moxen.
Yes,
So,
because
a little bit of a difference
one of these cards is good with Black Lotus, and the other one is in every red deck ever.
there. I think I'll go with the Black Lotus lands,
Now
but
I
that's
will
just
point
me.
out, I will point out also, Shivan Gorge doesn't even tap for red mana. Like they
Oh, no, it doesn't. They
they
gotta
got
bring
the
down that
short end
power
of the
level.
stick.
They gotta bring down that power level, man. It's too good.
That is unfortunate design right there.
Yeah. It looks like Dusty is gonna go to 6,
Going to
and
six. Now looking at Brad's hand, we've got Land Elf Survival, couple lands, and a Withered Wretch. So we can kind of just start
and the
getting our
concrete
engine up
commit.
and going. Like seems like a solid keep there. Now Dusty looks like he did keep in the Innocent Bloods. So with that said, I would consider just getting rid of this elf.
Yeah, let's
It's
just
just
get
like
rid of that
Bolton
guy
the
now.
Bird.
Oh, yeah. Just put him on the cart. Yep.
Ah, yes, the old Monty Python reference.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I knew you would get that. It's like, that's what I think every time I see Innocent Blood is just going on the cart.
So back in the days of old Legacy in 2006 or so, I would have my friends sign my cards, and a buddy of mine actually wrote "I'm not dead yet" on my Innocent Blood.
That's awesome.
Yeah. All right, and let's see, Survival from Brad and Powder Keg from Dusty. So now Powder Keg famously does not blow up enchantments.
No.
The number of times I've had people try to do that against me, and ooh, I think we're about to see a very painful Withered
Mm,
Wretch.
yeah. Part of the cost of playing these Hermit Druid decks is your mana base is going to do some damage to you.
Yeah, you're either going to lose life or you're going to lose your lands because you've got what Gemstone Mine and only one Reflecting Pool here. So yeah, otherwise it's a lot of damage.
Hmm. So it looks like Dusty is just deploying his cards out with a furnace and zombie infestation joining the party.
Infestation, unfortunately, just or sorry, Phyrexian Furnace can unfortunately just get rid of this squee that we'd be wanting to get here.
Hmm. Looks like Brad's just going to run right head into it though.
I mean, sometimes you just have to make them
Oh
use
yeah,
the card so that you can get value otherwhere or otherwise.
I agreed.
It's just like the standstill conundrum. Do you crack the standstill? The answer is yes.
Yeah, you got to
You
do it
always
at
you
some
always
point.
crack the standstill.
Yep.
Just take the L, let them draw 3 cards, unless you have the chance to. Oh, or you get the Uktabi Orangutan.
Yeah, so he can blow up the powder cake there.
I think that's entirely reasonable. Now, one of the things we haven't been talking about at all is the fact that the zombie infestation has just been really good at stonewalling any creatures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, like Dusty hasn't really had to activate it all that. And good old Moto Shuffler Bug just putting
Yeah.
a powder keg just right
Right
on.
back
Yep,
on top, baby.
and you can see the Brad's hand just kind of going to his head, like really.
How was I supposed to stop that? Come on, man.
Yep, and a quick jump there. I think we're just gonna eat the bottom card here.
Yep. Yep. So he's gonna try to get back squeeze. So I expect to see Dusty eat it here momentarily.
Yep. Yeah, and Brad, yeah, clarifying the hey, you should exit the yep. There we go.
Yep.
Get the old
Perfect.
2-for-1 there.
So I don't think Dusty drew anything all that impressive. I think he just drew
It
another
was a
swamp.
swamp. Yeah, going down to 18 now. I see a symbiote in Brad's hand, which could be good,
But
especially if we.
he just has
Yeah,
to keep taking one damage to activate this survival. He's already down to 12, and it doesn't look like it's going to be slowing down anytime soon with a
yeah,
Multani's activate.
yeah.
Just
Like
comes in
that's
with a nice little shock attached
God.
to it.
He's gonna lightning bolt himself to get a symbiote
Draw a
and
card.
a
Yeah. Yep. The price we the price we pay. You want to pay one more to play that elf? Nope. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I'd say yes if we didn't have a powder keg on the
Yeah,
table.
I know. Ironically, the Dusty hasn't really had that good of an option to use these wastelands since it looks like all four Llanowar are sitting on the table in the Carplusian Forest, which doesn't have the Dragon Breath to go with it anymore. So,
Yeah, it is just a painful forest.
yep.
Yeah, I think I agree with returning because you're not paying the echo.
Okay, so he drew Tranquil Domain, which it's a little awkward here with him having his own survival out on the field right now.
Yeah, this is a bit of a conundrum. All right, so no blocks there. Nice
All
reanimating a
right.
Scathe Zombies. Is that 7th edition?
Yeah, it looks like it to me. So he's blowing it on two to get rid of the Withered Wretch. Interesting. I think I agree with that.
I mean, that's the thing that can trade with the Scathe Zombies, so I don't disagree.
Exactly. Just
So,
can.
so what's the best card Brad can draw, and why is it Gaia's Cradle?
Yeah, he needs to find a way to be able to make mana without just doing more damage to himself. And it looks like
Yeah,
he's just gonna get rid of that zombie infestation now, which I think I agree. Just he's at 5 life. He's gotta stem the
yeah,
bleeding.
he really does, and that's yeah. And we're just gonna cast another acolyte. Draw a card here. Eh, Hey,
Okay,
there we go.
there
Well,
we go.
we've got a gemstone. Well, we've got a wasteland right over there, but at least
And
that
it's a
gemstone mark
reprieve.
can also let us cast this Finhorn Elves.
The insects getting in the red zone.
Yeah, I mean he's got to put some sort of pressure on because
Mm-hmm. And it looks like Dusty just drew a Nether Spirit, so that's honestly all the pressure he needs. Just that thing's gonna just keep coming back, and Brett's just gonna more or less be in the abyss right now, and he's gonna have to find something to do with that Nether Spirit.
And he's going to block and activate
Yep,
there.
makes sense to me.
And it looks like we just had time called.
Okay. Yep. So they're trying to figure out whose turn is which. So
Yep.
let's see if Dusty's going to be able to finish this out in the next couple turns here. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, yeah, they're just talking through
Yeah.
Fire Road Symbiote math, or really just blocking, which is just impossible to understand. But
Yeah. So it's turn 1.
they're
And we
counting
just
down.
saw another symbiote there.
And the third one. Oof. So really, all I think Brad is doing at this point is just trying to gum up the board as much as he can to really get a draw. Because I don't see how he's going to be able to win in just
Yeah,
these last couple turns.
I don't see a win here, and that is a very unfortunate position to be in. Like,
Yeah,
not unfortunate.
it is.
How do I put this best? It's a disheartening position to be in when you're just like, I can't win here, so I just have to slow the game down enough.
Yeah, agreed.
And I think you just abyss.
Yeah, so he's just going to trade it all off, and then Dusty drew an innocent blood, so it's going to get rid of one of those elves, but it's just not going to be.
Yeah,
We just don't have enough time at this point. We're cruising our way to a draw here.
yeah, yeah. Especially with that symbiote coming in, or like even if the Nether Spirit comes back, like, yeah,
You
we're
gotta
getting
love
the,
it.
the you're
Attacking
getting
at
the
the
flash
end, I love
attack.
it.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Spirit comes back.
Unless we have a flame rift somehow. Here, I think we're done. Engineered plague. Yeah, name elf. Just on your way out.
Draw, pass, draw.
Yep. All right. Now it's like, yep, they're just talking. Yep, we're
Yep.
good here.
And just the very timely Hermit Druid right at the end there.
Oh yeah.
All right, now it looks like that was just 1-1 draw for our players. Now, I will say, if I remember correctly for the monthly, we'd have, what, 3 draws in round 1?
Yeah, we did. We had of 20 of us, 6 of us started off with a draw. So
It was, ooh, it was a long round.
yeah, it's gonna be the slog today.
Yep, and would not be surprised if future rounds, spoiler alert, also went to time. So, and you
Yeah.
know what? That's fun. That's more content for us. But so as these guys do sideboard here, that's going to be it for us. But we will be back next time with more pre-modern content from Through the Decades in Louisville, Kentucky.